Welcome to Product Lore, the podcast for all you product people out there. In this very first deep dive, we're going to tackle a topic that's changing the game for all of us, AI, and what it means for the future of product management. I'm super excited to be joined today by a real pro in this space, someone who eats, sleeps, and breathes AI in product development.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm excited to dig into this topic with you. There's a lot to unpack.
For sure. And before we dive in, let me give a quick shout out to the brilliant minds behind the research and case studies that are guiding our deep dive today. We've got some great articles from Damilola Oluwaseun Ogundipe, Sodiq Odetunde Babatunde, Emmanuel Adeyemi Abaku. They did a fantastic piece together. And also Wengswan Zhu, Elam Biglar, Heman Palavella, and a whole bunch more. You can find a full list of their work in the show notes. Okay, so let's get this deep dive rolling. The Ogundipe article, PDF, AI, and Product Management, a theoretical overview from idea to market. This one really caught my eye. They're basically saying AI is about to shake up like every single stage of the product lifecycle, from ideation all the way to launch and even beyond.
Yeah, they make a strong case, that's for sure. What I find fascinating is how AI can, amplify the work product managers are already doing. Take the ideation phase, for instance. The article talks about how AI can analyze these massive data sets, consumer trends, market shifts, even competitor moves, all to help us uncover hidden needs and predict future trends. It's almost like having a super-powered research assistant, one that can sift through tons of data and surface the most relevant insights.
Okay, so AI can help us brainstorm killer product ideas.
Yeah.
But what about after we've got those ideas? How does AI fit into the other stages of the product lifecycle?
Oh, it plays a huge role in development and testing, that's for sure. Think about automating those tedious, repetitive tasks, things like bug detection or A/B testing. That frees up product managers and engineers to focus on the more strategic and creative aspects of building a product.
So it's like AI is giving us superpowers, letting us be more productive and focus on the stuff that really matters.
Exactly. And it's not just about speed and efficiency. AI can also help us tailor products to each user, creating those hyper-personalized experiences, where the product adapts to each user's preferences and needs. It's like that app that anticipates what you want before you even ask for it.
Oh, I've definitely seen those personalized recommendations online. Sometimes it feels like those algorithms know me better than I know myself.
Mm-hmm.
But is that level of personalization really possible across different products and industries?
The principles behind it are applicable in a variety of contexts, for sure. The key is to leverage data effectively. Take healthcare, for instance. There's this article by Wengswan Zhu called Optimizing Product Design, Marketing, and Customer Relationship Management in Healthcare Enterprises Through Data Analytics. It talks about how Johnson & Johnson is using AI to personalize treatment plans and even predict potential health risks.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. They're using AI to create more effective and personalized healthcare solutions. That's something to be excited about for sure.
It really is. And this data-driven approach, it's being adopted in other industries as well. There's this article by Bigler and Palavella, Optimizing Aviation MRO Content Marketing, a case study using AHP and generative AI for content idea generation. It explores how similar principles are being applied in aviation for content marketing.
So AI is everywhere these days, right? But it's one thing to read about these concepts in theory, and it's a whole different ballgame to see them actually being implemented in the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other examples of companies using AI in some really innovative ways?
Absolutely. The Alcuda and Alamani article, the integration of artificial intelligence techniques in e-commerce. Enhancing online shopping experience and personalization, it highlights how companies like Amazon and Alibaba are using AI to personalize product recommendations, and they're also using it to optimize pricing and even to power those chatbots that can answer customer questions,
So those eerily accurate product recommendations I see on Amazon, those are powered by AI. It makes a lot of sense.
Exactly. These AI-powered systems, they're constantly learning from user behavior and refining their recommendations to provide a more personalized shopping experience.
As a consumer, I definitely appreciate that. But thinking like a product manager, it sounds like there's a lot to consider.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We need to be super mindful of the data we collect, how we use it, and the potential impact on user privacy. And we also need to make sure our AI systems are fair and unbiased. But the potential benefits are huge. AI can help us create products that are more engaging, more effective, and more tailored to the needs of our users.
It sounds like AI is more than just a tool. It's like a fundamental shift in the way we think about and approach product development.
That's a great way to put it. It's about embracing a data-driven mindset and leveraging AI to enhance our own capabilities. And honestly, this is just the tip of the iceberg. We've got a lot more to cover.
I'm definitely ready to dive deeper.
Yeah.
But maybe this is a good spot to pause and give our listeners a chance to, absorb all this information.
Sounds good. We'll be back soon with more insights and practical examples of AI in action.
Until then, keep those product brains buzzing. All right, so we've talked about how AI can help personalize healthcare, make marketing smarter, and even predict what's coming next in the market. But let's get down to brass tacks. How do we actually build these AI-powered products? Where do we even begin?
Well, you got to start with the foundation, right? And in AI, that foundation is data, but not just any data. It's got to be high quality, relevant data. That's what Uday, Oriano, and Darojimba emphasize in their article, Big Data Analytics, a review of its transformative role in modern business intelligence.
Hmm.
They really hit home that having the right data is crucial for training our AI models and making sure we get accurate and insightful results.
Makes total sense. You can't build a skyscraper on sand, and you can't build great AI without good data. But getting all that data together and cleaning it up, that can be a huge task. Are there any tools or strategies that can make that process easier?
Oh, there are definitely some exciting developments in data management and pre-processing. Cloud-based platforms, for instance, they're offering really powerful tools for storing, cleaning, and preparing data for AI.
So it's not just about the data itself. It's also about having the right infrastructure and tools to manage it.
Absolutely. And it's not a one-and-done deal either. Alcuda and Amamani, in their article, The Integration of Artificial Intelligence Techniques in E-Commerce, Enhancing Online Shopping Experience and Personalization, they highlight how companies like Amazon are constantly refining their data processes, how they collect it, how they analyze it all to make their AI recommendations even more accurate and relevant.
Sounds like a constant loop, a cycle of improvement, right?
Yeah.
You get the data, train the AI, see the results, then refine how you gather data and do it all again.
Exactly. And this cycle, it can be used for a bunch of product management challenges, from personalizing the user experience to figuring out the best pricing strategies.
Speaking of challenges, I'm guessing there are quite a few when it comes to making AI work effectively.
Oh, definitely. One of the big ones is needing specialized skills and expertise. AI development, it requires a whole different skill set, and finding people with those skills can be tough.
So are you saying product managers need to become data scientists now?
Not necessarily, but having at least a basic understanding of AI concepts and techniques, that's becoming more and more important for product managers. You need to be able to talk to the data scientists and engineers, understand what AI can and can't do, and make smart choices about how to use AI in your products.
So AI is pushing product managers to learn new things and work in new ways.
It is, and it's not just about the technical stuff. AI is raising some big questions about what work will look like in the future. Ofadile, Oludamahan, and Iruna Ichaib, in their article Implementing AI in Business Models, Strategies for Efficiency and Innovation, they really dive into this. They explore how AI might change the types of jobs we have and the skills we'll need for those jobs.
Yeah, that's something we can't ignore. If AI starts doing some of the tasks people are doing now, what happens to those people?
That's a huge question. Some experts believe AI will create new job opportunities, while others are worried about people losing their jobs. It's a complex issue, no easy answers there. But one thing's for sure, we need to be ready for the changes AI will bring to the workforce.
So it's not just about putting AI into our products. It's also about thinking about how AI will affect the people who build and use those products.
Exactly. And that brings us to another important point, continuous learning and adaptation. The AI world is constantly changing, new breakthroughs and advancements popping up all the time.
That's a bit daunting, to be honest. How can product managers keep up with all that change?
It's about staying curious and being open to learning new things. Go to conferences, read what's happening in the industry, play around with new tools, and connect with other people in the AI field. Howe and Che, in their article, Forging the Future, Strategic Approaches to Quantum AI Integration for Industry Transformation, talk about this a lot, how important it is to keep learning and adapt as technology changes.
Quantum AI. Now, that sounds like something straight out of science fiction.
It does, but it's a real field that's developing fast. Quantum computing could take AI to a whole new level, solving problems that regular computers just can't handle right now.
So should product managers be studying quantum physics now, too?
No, not necessarily. But it does show how important it is to stay informed and be flexible. We need to be open to new ideas and be willing to try new things.
So AI is pushing product managers to be more agile and adaptable than ever.
Absolutely. And it's also making us think harder about the ethics of our work.
Yeah, that's a critical point. It's one thing to build a cool AI-powered product, but it's a whole other thing to make sure it's being used responsibly and ethically. What are some of the big ethical things product managers need to be thinking about?
One of the biggest concerns is bias in AI algorithms. You see, if the data used to train an AI model is biased, then the model's output will be biased too. And that can have serious consequences, especially in areas like hiring, lending, or even the criminal justice system.
So it's not just about the tech itself, it's about the data that feeds it and the people building it.
Exactly. We need to be aware of potential biases and take steps to minimize them.
That sounds complex. Are there any specific strategies or tools that can help product managers deal with bias in AI?
There are several techniques being developed, like data augmentation and algorithmic auditing. Data augmentation basically means adding more diverse data to the training set. And algorithmic auditing involves testing the AI model for bias and adjusting it as needed.
So being proactive and taking steps to ensure that AI is fair and equitable.
Exactly. And it's an ongoing process. We need to continuously keep an eye on our AI systems for bias and make adjustments as needed.
It sounds like there's a lot to think about when it comes to AI ethics, but I'm also interested in how AI can be used to do good in the world. Are there examples of companies using AI to make a positive impact?
Oh, absolutely. There are some really inspiring examples out there. Edoye, Okoye, and Ofidile in their article Artificial Intelligence in ESG Investing. Enhancing portfolio management and performance, explore how AI can be used to create more sustainable and responsible products and services. They talk about companies using AI to reduce their environmental impact, promote diversity and inclusion, and even tackle social problems like poverty and hunger.
That's amazing. AI can really be a force for good. But I imagine there are also risks and challenges to using AI in this way, right?
Definitely. We need to be careful about unintended consequences and make sure our AI systems are aligned with our values.
Sounds like a balancing act. This incredible potential of AI and the need to use it responsibly and ethically.
You hit the nail on the head. It's a constant balancing act, but one we need to strive for.
This deep dive has been a whirlwind of information and insights. I'm starting to see how AI isn't just some futuristic tech. It's something that's already shaping how we do product management, both now and in the future.
Exactly, and it's only going to become more important as we move forward. Now, let's turn our attention to another crucial aspect: data privacy.
That's a hot topic these days, and for good reason. As we collect more and more data to train our AI, how can we make sure we're protecting people's privacy and using data responsibly?
That's the million-dollar question. Transparency is key. Users need to know what data we're collecting, how we're using it, and what control they have over their own data.
So being upfront with users and giving them choices.
Exactly. And it's also about following the rules and regulations around privacy. Like the GDPR in Europe, it has really strict guidelines about data collection and use.
It sounds like data privacy is a complex and constantly changing area. How can product managers keep up with all the regulations and best practices?
It is a challenge, but there are resources to help. Organizations like the IAPP, the International Association of Privacy Professionals, they offer certifications and training programs specifically for privacy. And lots of companies are now hiring dedicated privacy officers to oversee their data practices.
Sounds like data privacy is becoming its own specialized area within product management.
It is, and it's a crucial one. As AI becomes more common, data privacy will only become even more important.
Okay, so we've covered a lot: the importance of data quality, the ethical challenges of AI, and the complexities of data privacy. Now, I'm curious, what about the future? What are some of the new trends in AI that product managers should be watching?
One exciting trend is how AI is combining with other emerging technologies like blockchain, the Internet of Things, IoT, and even quantum computing. Linda L. Zhang, Roger J. Zhao, George Huang, and Bart McCarthy, in their article, Extended Guest Editorial, Smart Product Platforming in the Industry 4.0 Era and Beyond, they dig into this, exploring how these technologies can work together to create really transformative solutions.
Can you give us some examples of how these technologies might intersect?
Sure. Imagine using AI to analyze data from connected cars to predict traffic patterns and optimize routes in real time. Or using AI-powered robots in factories to boost efficiency and safety. These are just a couple of examples of how AI can team up with other technologies to create innovative solutions.
Seems like the possibilities are endless, but it also sounds incredibly complicated. How can product managers even begin to grasp all these converging technologies?
It's definitely a lot to absorb, but the key is to focus on understanding the core principles of each technology and how they can be used to solve real problems.
So it's about seeing the bigger picture and figuring out the connections between different technologies.
Exactly. And it's about being open to new ideas and approaches. The tech world is always changing, and product managers need to be adaptable and willing to tackle new challenges.
This deep dive has been incredibly insightful. I'm really starting to grasp how AI isn't just a tool, a fundamental change in the way we approach product development.
I'm glad to hear that. And there's still more to explore.
I'm ready for more. But maybe this is a good point to take a break and give our listeners time to process everything we've discussed.
Sounds good. We'll be back soon with more insights and practical advice for navigating the world of AI and product management.
Until then, keep those product brains buzzing. We've talked about how AI is changing everything from brainstorming ideas to marketing products, and even touched on the ethical side of things and how work might change in the future. But if our listeners were to take away just one thing from our deep dive today, what would you want it to be?
I think it boils down to this AI. It's not just some futuristic fantasy. It's already here, and it's a game changer. And for product managers, well, they need to embrace it.
So you're saying knowing about AI isn't just a nice to have anymore, it's a must have.
Exactly. And it's more than just understanding the technical terms. It's about knowing how to use AI in a way that's effective, ethical, to solve real problems for users and create products that actually bring value.
Sounds like it's a pretty exciting time to be a product manager.
It absolutely is. AI is opening up so many possibilities. But of course, with great power comes great responsibility, right?
For sure. We've talked about those risks and challenges, things like data privacy and algorithmic bias. How can product managers make sure they're using AI responsibly?
It all starts with awareness. Product managers need to understand the potential pitfalls and actively look for ways to avoid them. Like when you're gathering data, don't just focus on how much you can get. Think about the quality of that data and whether it might have any biases built in.
So being proactive and thoughtful about our data practices.
Exactly. And it's also about creating a culture of transparency and accountability within our teams. That means getting diverse perspectives involved in the development process and being open to feedback and criticism.
That makes a lot of sense. But AI is a fast-moving world. How can product managers keep up with all the changes?
Never stop learning. Go to conferences, read industry publications, take some online courses, and experiment with different AI tools. The more you immerse yourself in the world of AI, the better you'll be able to navigate its complexities and really harness its power.
So it's a constant learning process.
That's right. And that's what makes it so exciting. AI is always evolving, so there's always something new to discover and learn.
I'm definitely feeling inspired to explore this more. Any last words of wisdom for our listeners who are just starting out on their AI journey?
Don't be afraid to try things out. Start small, experiment with different AI tools, see what works and what doesn't. Think of AI as a journey, not a destination. The more you experiment and learn, the more confident you'll become in using AI to build those amazing products.
That's great advice. It's all about experimenting, never stop learning, and using AI to make a positive impact. Well, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from coming up with ideas and personalization to data privacy and the future of work. It's clear that AI is changing the landscape of product management in some really big ways.
It really is. It's such an exciting time to be building products, and I can't wait to see what the future holds.
I'm with you on that. A huge thank you to all the researchers and authors whose work made this deep dive possible. And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this journey. We hope you found it insightful and inspiring. Be sure to subscribe to Product Lore for more deep dives into the fascinating world of products. Until next time, happy building.